Melo, I just like to ask you about Lamar Odom, how well you know what the situation is and what's going on.
It's just sad. I know him, personally, so he was a friend of mine. Just a sad situation to be a part of and just to be in, is to see, this his whole story, where he was at, as a player, as a person, and see where he's at right now. Only thing you can do is pray for him, pray for his family right now. So.
What stands out to you, Melo, about him as a guy you competed against?
Yeah, I mean, I knew him, so I've had conversations with him before, and all he cared about was playing basketball. He wanted to get back into the league. He wanted to play. That's all he cared about. Every time I talked to him, that's all he talked about was playing basketball, getting back on the court, wanting to put that jersey back on. So it's sad to see him in the situation that he's in right now.
I know Phil tried to bring him in last year. Did you happen to cross paths with him at all?
Nah, I haven't. Last year, Phil tried to bring him in. We reached out. My family is close with his family. So we try to reach out, especially after I found out that Phil wanted to bring him in. So it's just a tough situation, man. Unfortunate, situation.
What do you think of the progress of this team and what you guys accomplished in the 3 preseason games, now moving into sort of the second stage of preseason?
We're moving. We're moving in a good pace. Some good things that we're doing, some things that we can get better at, that we will get better at with some time. As far as guys being comfortable with playing with one another, I don't think that's a problem. I think it's just all about the timing and guys feeling comfortable out there on the court in different situations, different scenarios. When we get tested, how are we going to respond to that?
Is anything that has stood out in the 3 preseason games with some of your new teammates?
Just the confidence level that guys have on the team, that we have as a team, and it's not kind of overconfident, it's not an arrogancy, but we do have to have a chip on our shoulder, and you can see that. Guys may not talk about it, but you can just see that in the way that we're playing.
Carmelo, you getting back to Lamar, just the way you played, was it obvious that you came out of the New York City playground? Did he play with that type of?
Oh, for sure. I mean, look, Melo was one of the guys who, he was a point forward. He was 6'10", 6'11", coming out of high school. A lot of people would tell you he was one of my favorite players coming out of high school. One of the best high school players I've ever seen as a kid. So, that position to be able to do the things that he was able to do on the basketball court, play the point guard, bring the ball up, defend 1 through 5. Like he had a multifaceted game.
I mentioned this a little with you last week. Is it hard when people realize to kind of live your life in public like Lamar has had to?
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough situation to be in. It works for some people and it don't work for others. So I think you just have to come down to the individual and know how to kind of manage that and kind of putting priorities in place.
How stressful is it to be in that position?
Well, for me, I wasn't in a situation like that, just as far as my life being public. My life is public. It is what it is. I can't take that back. But I know how to compartmentalize that. I know when it's time to play ball. I know when it's time to work. It's about business. And I know off the court, I do what I have to do with my family, my business, and things like that. So it's a difference. You got to know how to manage that. Those 2 different lifestyles. Well, I think the opportunities, that coach is giving, the guys right now to play fast. Take advantage of, hit the first open man, take advantage of open shots, believe in one another, trust in one another. And we got a group of guys who, want to play with each other, want to be out there, want to help each other, want to win.